Hello, church. This is Pastor Fred. You know, Pastor Ted and I have been praying, and hopefully you've been praying with us, about what God wants us to do as a church moving forward through this difficult time. I mean, we wanted to walk that thin line of faith between presumption and panic. And there's no doubt that our culture is falling into panic. There's this new virus marching in on the horizon, and nobody really knows what to do about it. And so many people are just falling into this hopeless fear. But we're believers in Jesus. We know that He's the King and the controller of the minute details of the universe. We are not allowed to live in fear. We are not allowed to fall into panic. We know with a certainty, because of our faith, that God is more powerful than galaxies. He's more powerful than nations, than people, than viruses. He knows what He's doing. Saying that, we can't fall into presumption either. You know, the guy who drives 90 miles an hour around a curve on the highway without wearing a seatbelt, or the person who refuses to buy insurance because, after all, hey, God's going to take care of me. Now, that's being presumptuous upon promises that God never made. It's putting words in God's mouth, and that's not right either. I mean, Jesus told His disciples that they needed to flee from one city to the next if they were being persecuted. He told them to carry swords in preparation for the time that was coming. In other words, He was instructing them that they had to live prudently, even if they weren't supposed to live panicky. So we're all aware of the dangers of both sides, falling on both sides of the spectrum of the coronavirus crisis. But what does that mean regarding how we're supposed to respond? Ted and I, we would go back and forth on either side of the issue, begging God for answers. And then we received a letter from our state mission director, Dr. David Johnson. And it caused us to do a little bit of research. And through our findings, we saw that even though the coronavirus has stolen the limelight on all the media, the reality is we're actually in the height of flu season. H1N1 has actually killed more people this year among 0 to 4-year-olds and 18 through 49-year-olds than it did back in 2009, 2010, when the media had chosen H1N1 as its target to inspire fear and panic. And so the medical personnel, their main concern isn't as much the seriousness of what the coronavirus will do on the individual. I mean, as far as what I've read on the CDC, it's unless you're already compromised in your health, the likelihood of your recovery from coronavirus is very, very, very high. The greater concern among medical personnel is what a coronavirus outbreak can do to the entire medical system. I mean, if they're already stretched to the limit because of this high flu season, and then all these people are coming in because they're scared that they might have the coronavirus, then all of a sudden their facilities are full. What does that do to the elderly lady who falls and breaks a hip? Where does she go? Where does the middle-aged guy go when he has a chest pains? Where does the teenager go when he has a traffic accident? I mean, you have these medical personnel. They can be as compassionate as they want to be. The fact remains, though, that they only have so many hospital beds, and they only have so much medical equipment. So we had to weigh, Ted and I did, whether we were being faithful by insisting on gathering as a church on Sundays, or whether we were being selfish, putting our own needs over the needs of the community that we were called to serve. Also, of course, we had to consider the fact that our president, our governor, the CDC, our director of missions, they were calling us to war against the coronavirus. You know, with this virus that doesn't have a treatment as of yet, really the best way to fight it is to try to isolate it and starve it. At the very least, flatten the curve so we can stretch out the number of occurrences so that the medical personnel are more able to walk people through it. So taking that all into consideration, we've decided to comply with their wishes. We're not going to have any Sunday activities for at least the next 2 weeks. Instead, we will stream them live via our church Facebook at 10:30 on Sunday mornings. I will continue talking about our mission that we feel as a church that God has called us to. We're going to continue talking about our marching orders and what we should be doing as First Baptist Church, so please listen in. We will not have our Wednesday night children's program, but we are going to have some of the other midweek activities. Be sure to call your particular Bible study leader and see any updates of what they want to do with their particular group. Saying all that, I am going to miss you terribly. I'm going to wish, as I'm speaking live to my family, that you are going to be there worshiping with me. But saying that, governmental advisors are recommending 10 people or less, which means you can still invite other church people into your homes. You can invite neighbors into your homes. You can watch the live stream worship service together at 10:30 on Sunday morning for the next 2 weeks. You can serve coffee. You can still have your refreshments. Maybe even have some chocolate cream pie. And we can still worship together in spirit, even if we can't be together physically. Then also, you need to be looking around you. See if God can give you any ways to minister and show your compassion and your faith in the midst of all these other people who are filled with fear and who are hoarding. Maybe you can reach out to a neighbor. Maybe you can reach out to a friend or another church member who wasn't prepared for what came down, and they have a need. One final word: if you're the one that has the need, if you're really nervous about going grocery shopping and you need some supplies and you need somebody to go grocery shopping for you, let us know. If you find yourself feeling ill yourself and maybe you need help getting to a doctor, let us know. How can we help? Until then, church, keep praying. Keep praying with us that we can follow God faithfully in His leading. And let's see what God can do with His sovereignty, with His compassion, with His love, and with His ever-present mission to reach out to a lost world. Let's not give up. Let's keep going. Thank you.